Hello and welcome to Total Football Analysis. In this video we will take a closer look at Leeds' attacking tactics under Marcelo Bielsa. In our analysis we are going to explain their offensive movements and rotations. The rotation as an attacking element is not a new one in modern football and can also be commonly seen in Pep Guardiola's Manchester City or in Atalanta with Gasperini as their head coach. The rotation is a method to help the team to generate superiority in certain areas of the pitch, which facilitate ball progression or even create shooting chances. But the aim of using rotation is not purely in generating numerical superiority. It is also related to creating spaces and progressive options on the pitch by moving the opponents away or disguising them. Bielsa's perception and utilization of using spaces is unique. Most positional plays emphasize on occupying spaces, especially the central area, to dominate the game. However, the idea from the Argentine manager is different. Instead of pre-occupying spaces very early, he likes to leave spaces centrally. They would only exploit those spaces when needed, as the early and static positionings can be easily identified by the opposition. There are a few benefits from the rotations. Firstly, this releases his energetic midfielders to run freely on the pitch, hence why they are difficult to track by the markers, unless the defending team man-mark the players at the expense of the defensive shape and compactness. By keeping the midfielders between the lines and slightly high, it also helps to manipulate the behavior of the opponent's defensive line, providing the height of the attack. The central third is filled with spaces due to the absence of Leeds midfielders. When the centre-backs or full-back requires a central progressive option, the midfielders will drop to the spaces. Because of their initial high positions, the dropping player stays behind the midfield line, hence at the opposition midfielders' blind sides. The defenders are often reluctant to follow, as there are also other players that manipulate the last line of defense. With the largely uncovered areas at the center, ball progressions of Leeds via the midfielders are easier. Variations of decoy movements and dropping players help the team to reach the free progressive option. The idea is that the player from the initial position runs away, potentially takes the marker with him, and then the other player goes to occupy those spaces. The same idea can be applied in more complicated situations. Apart from being progressive with a pass, the team can also progress by carrying the ball forward. This is often done by the fullbacks, who are most likely to be the free man on the pitch. The solution of the ball near midfielder is to move diagonally towards the flank, taking his marker with him. This opens the central spaces for the fullback to dribble into. Leaving the center free is also conducive to the attack in the final third. Since the midfielders enjoy the freedom to roam their positions, they are likely to get rid of the markers. When traveling within the spaces, the defending players are unsure whether to follow the runner. In this case, the right advanced midfielder comes from the right half space between the lines. He is out of the midfielder's sides, and the opposition left wing-back is reluctant to leave his position that far. Therefore, Leeds' attacking midfielder becomes the free man to receive. An important rotation pattern of Leeds this season appears at flanks, mainly on the right. This tactic helps Leeds to progress the attack in different methods, by carrying the ball forward, by playing long passes, or by playing short passes. The basic setup of the rotation on the right is in a diamond shape, and the variations can all be attributed to this. One may perceive that Bielsa's intention is to create three options for the carrier. However, the Argentine is more ambitious than merely passing between the block. Instead, his team attacks spaces behind the defenders as the diamond absorbs pressure higher. With the top of the diamond dropping, their midfielder can make the run behind the lines. Usually, the wide positioning of their winger stretches the defense slightly, which opens a wider passing lane to the top of the diamond. Then, Leeds usually continue to progress by laying off to a third man quickly. The rotations also give Leeds the chance to play long when the defending team set a high line. In these situations, a player of the diamond, either the winger or the center forward, drops deep as a decoy to disguise the opponents. This gives a hard decision to the marker, to follow or not. If they do, then Leeds are going to exploit spaces behind by playing long. If not, the dropping player becomes an easy progressive option. The third method we would like to highlight is to progress up the pitch by carrying the ball forward. Both fullbacks are comfortable to bring the ball forward. The key is how to generate spaces for them. The wingers are vital in this part, as their dropping movements always take the defenders out of position. In this scenario, as the right back Dallas passed to Costa, he began his run towards the half space. Meanwhile, striker Bamford exploited the space behind the left back, created by Costa's deep positioning. In the offensive third, Leeds have multiple ways to attack down the flanks. The wingers like to roam their positions. Right winger Costa likes to cut inside, as he is a left-footed player, and there are a few right-footed crossers at Leeds. As Costa moves inside, the white defender is also driven narrow to close the gap. Meanwhile, their central midfielder moves wide, providing an option for the ball-carrying right back. Apart from the rotations, Bielsa's men are also good at making decoy runs to generate spaces. In the build-up phase, the left back plays a 1-2 with the winger and needs space to receive the ball. We highlighted the movement of the central midfielder in this scenario. He makes a forward run, which brings open space for the left back to carry the ball forward. The movements on the left are a bit different from the diamond on the right, as striker Bamford is less likely to appear at this flank. When their left winger drops to support the left back, the attacking midfielder likes to make the forward run. Even though there are occasions that the midfielder is not released, this can still generate more room for the players at the edge of the box to build the attack. However, there are also flaws with regards to their vertical movements. When the support players keep moving to higher positions on the pitch, they are likely to be covered by the midfield line. As a result, when a left-footed player drifts inside on the left, he does not have a horizontal option, as shown here. To sum up, the diamond shape on the right flank has been proven to be a useful tool for ball progression, and it is commonly seen regardless of the formation of Leeds on paper. Moreover, the vertical movements and the supporting runs of the central midfielders are also vital to Leeds' attack under Marcelo Bielsa. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss any of our videos, subscribe to our channel for free.